Listín Diario presents Sunday Reflections.
Director's Reflections for Sunday, October 20th, 2024. The overload of propaganda. For years, newspapers were nourished by daily news fishing from official sources. Reporters had their assigned territories: ministries, institutions, public offices. Visits were so regular that more than one became a friend or key to officials and even janitors, who often leaked data off the record. There was no need to dig too deep. Information flowed constantly from the government offices themselves. But this comfortable access, although apparently effective, was creating a symbiotic relationship that affected the very essence of journalism. This pairing between reporters and officials inhibited them from asking uncomfortable questions or delving into what really mattered. The result? The media became dependent on the official version of events, which limited journalistic investigation and, in many cases, the truth. Over time, however, journalists understood that the real news was not in the four walls of government offices, but in the heart of society, in the street, in the neighborhoods, in the voices of those who, without positions or titles, have much to say. By moving away from the daily routine of official sources, journalism began to reconnect with its essence, the authentic reflection of human reality. In response, governments were not far behind. With increasingly active communication units and well-paid journalists in their ranks, they began to bombard the media with propaganda materials 24 hours a day. Now, the media cannot process even half of what arrives, much less absorb or reproduce it. But paradoxically, when it comes to answering specific questions or providing uncomfortable data, those same official sources become elusive. Responses are slow when they arrive, and requests for public information are treated as a necessary evil rather than as a citizen's right. The curious thing about this scenario is that although we live in the era of information overabundance, the amount of genuine news is alarmingly low. Today, ministries and government agencies are more dedicated to spreading notes and bulletins than to providing clear and transparent answers. Transparency is not yet a cornerstone of their information dynamics, although they try to make us believe otherwise with their incessant bombardment of messages. Thus, we find ourselves in a disturbing contradiction. There is more information than ever, but less and less real news, the kind that really matters. And that, dear readers, not only affects journalism, but society as a whole. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translation by Danny Leon.
Listín Diario presented Sunday Reflections.